Is this thing on?
I think it is.
All right, cool.
Oh, man.
I finally overtaken you. Let's just put this out. Let's just start the episode the right way. I am in the lead now, people.
Week 7, and we're here.
Week 6. Don't do that. We haven't made our week 7 picks. I'll extend my lead during week 7. However, week 6, I'm finally.
That was the week, huh? I did terrible.
Horrible. 2 weeks back to back. Horrible in 5 man.
Not in co-ed, though. In co-ed, I'm pristine.
Hey,
I'm pristine in co-ed.
I'll give you a credit. You know your co-ed games.
I do know my
your
co-ed.
Men's games. I think because you're taking a season off in men's and you're only playing co-ed. I think that's where I'm clipping you on in the men's division.
5 man specifically. It's
I
just
think for like the last 2 weeks in co-ed, you've lost maybe 2-3 games.
Collectively, I'm like
games,
40 something in 3.
Yeah, that's a damn good job, sir.
Yeah, I need to pick it up. I need to pick it up in 5 man though if I'm gonna come back because I'm down. I'm down. How many games? 5 now.
1, 2,
See, guys, that's how
fifth.
I was up 1. So you can do
1, 2,
a little
3,
bit
4,
of simple math.
But granted, we've predicted almost 300 games so far this season.
Really?
Yeah, we're at 297. We've hit above 70% of our picks. So grading wise, that's like a C. But if you're talking sports wise, if you're talking a hitting percentage, if you're batting 70%, you're great. If you're hitting 70% from 3. From 2 point, maybe not the free throw line, you're doing great.
Depends on who you are.
Talking about football, if as a quarterback, if you're hitting 70% of your passes, you're doing pretty decent.
Yeah.
So
I want to be at 80.
Yeah,
85 is 85% is.
So, I think going based off of the playoffs are the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th weeks of August. So we got about 4 weeks left in the season.
Yep.
So. There's room for improvement to get to that 80%.
We're doing pretty well though. It's been fun.
It's been really fun.
So we got to see. We can tally up maybe some of the people's collective game of the week picks that have been submitting every week too, and
some of the
just do some little cool stats for people how they've done in their 5 for 5 picks and stuff like that. Did we have a?
We did not have a winner.
We did not have a winner. No, we didn't.
Week. Nobody really submitted last week. I don't know if it's because we was on the schedule. Although basically everybody picked against us. You were right.
I mean, they were right.
But that's neither here nor there.
Man.
But not a lot of people picked last week. But, every week we got new picks for 5 for 5. So here before us we have our scoreboard. I do want to make a disclaimer. Per Tone and Auntie, please stay for your games. At worst, just make sure you check in to see if your game is actually going to be played or not played. Because there's a lot of donuts on the board in one particular division. We'll get to it. That's because basically everybody left.
Yeah.
And yeah, so a loss is going to be counted as a loss. So be it. I mean, here, I think everybody makes the playoffs. A, B, C, Z division, whatever.
Yeah. I do believe.
However, you don't want to be in the lowest.
You don't want to be in the Z division.
You don't want to be in the Z division, However, we're here. We got picks, 5 man, the division that you did rather horrible in.
Oh my goodness.
Rather horrible.
So what stood out here for me is everything, considering
wow.
Considering that I picked everything wrong. I went, what is it, 15 and 13 or 15 and 12 it was? Something around.
Last week I think you went 15 and 12.
Oh my
This week
gosh.
I think you went 15 and 13.
I was doing so well. It was the other way around. At the beginning of the season, I was hitting on the men's games, and but now I don't flip flop. I need to bring it together. But yeah, really, a lot of things surprised me here. I mean, make it happen is not making it happen.
I think they finished 5 man 3 and 7.
Wow.
After last season, I believe they were 8 and 2.
Yeah, that's
so I don't know what exactly changed
so
for them.
Juiced 32-12. That is against Make It Happen, but shouts out to Juice. Sippin' beating B3 bets. That was a big one for me.
Yeah. Another game I think we both agreed upon. Maybe it was one of the on-site games.
Make It Happen on site. I mean, Make It Happen beat the snot out of on site.
Yeah, we picked on site to win that game. So those are a couple, off the top. Rugrats clipping ATA.
Oh yeah.
Rugrats has a really good men's team.
As far as
I don't know
to what our
are
expectations were,
but I know they have a really good men's team.
Chaos over Anarchy.
Yeah,
man.
But Anarchy clipped Straw Hats.
Y'all make our job here very difficult. I'm just gonna let you know.
Make your move in the women's division. Made a move in the women's division.
Man,
5-0.
Yeah, they went crazy. Shouts out to Make Your Move.
Big week. And looking at the scoreboard, I don't think they let up any points. They let up 7 points in 5 games. Wow. 7 points in 5 games? That's crazy.
They were one of the teams, if I'm not mistaken, they were playing in the rain.
They were, yeah. Shout out to the women's division. They stayed in that middle field, and they were out there through the lightning
slipping
and
slide. Through slipping and sliding, I seen them. They were hauling down the field.
Yep.
Shouts out. So now we're in the co-ed here. Let's see if I can find it. I see all the teams. Okay, there it goes. Run it again. TTG is the starter there. So Mayhem, TTG. Nothing really surprising here. Games. I mean, Mayhem beating FlagBeast. I just can't believe it. You know what I mean? That was just what an upset. I'm just kidding.
It's crazy.
Shouts out, Mayhem. Good game. I wish
didn't play.
I wish I could have played, but
hey, man, you know
that's other news. We'll.
Some people are injury prone. Some people aren't. It happens. It happens to the best of us, guys.
You know.
Not to say I needed a rusher that game. I mean,
you needed more than a rusher.
I did. You're right. I needed more accuracy because I had. Shout out to you guys, Mayhem. Shout out to you guys.
That boy was running. That boy was
running for my
moving.
life. Yeah. 4 for 4. This is the division I was saying. So 4 on 4. There are a lot of donuts on the board. There are a lot of 28-0s. A lot of games that got stopped. And then they got to pick back up, but the game was called because nobody else was there for the team.
Or, of course, I guess you could call it reasonable excuse, but an excuse nonetheless that people didn't want to play after the games resumed because of the stoppage and all that stuff, which, it's reasonable. We all felt it, but
we live in Florida.
But, exactly. It's an excuse nonetheless.
Ahead of time, I say ahead of time, look at the weather report. Truthfully, I'm just gonna be completely honest. I look at the weather report before Sundays come.
It lies,
and I'm like,
it's gonna tell you. It says it's gonna rain. It's gonna rain at some point. That's all. That's you can't take it the way it's supposed. It's displayed.
I'm just like,
if it says it's gonna rain
at some point,
3 hours before or 3 hours after, it's kind of like what I'm saying. If it says it's gonna rain at noon. Yeah, it can rain at 9.
Yeah. Or
it says it's gonna stop in 30 minutes. It might not stop for an hour and a half.
Yeah.
You just never know.
So 4 for 4, 4 on 4 division.
4 for 4.
4 for 4. 4 on 4 division. I don't think it was too many surprises per se. I mean, I guess you can say I don't see any games where it really shocked me that another team
Bomba Clot put up 14 on Karma. Okay.
Oh yeah, shout out to the ladies.
Shout out to the ladies. 7 on Mafia. Okay, work ladies.
And then 35 and up, it was really only 2 games because ABN put up donuts and everything because I'm not sure if they even showed up or they just left when it started raining.
Did we pick ABN in any of those?
We did. Some of the games we did, but
yeah,
they were kind of canceled out. So
it's odd this season as far as this stuff goes. It's kind of odd,
really odd. So yeah, but nonetheless, shout out to everybody who showed out and showed up to play. I think somewhere on here we have our players of the week.
Oh, right there. Shouts out Sensei Alex.
So
go sub.
So bring that down so you can see him.
Bada bing. There you go.
All right. So the quarterback for Mafia, 4 on 4. Shout
Sir
out.
Reagan. Which he had to let me know about how inaccurate my picks were because I did not pick Mafia in many of the games. I did not.
I had somebody walk. I think you was there. Somebody walked past me and was like, "Oh, they just fumbled the bag for your pick." Like, that's crazy. And
that was one. That's one that worked in my favor.
Okay. Shout out to Z from Sippin'. Mr. Bell. The young lady from Make Your Move, right?
Is she the rusher?
I don't know. I think she is. She's also a receiver. She was balling.
Killing it. She was killing it.
Balling.
Shouts out.
I don't die for nothing. She's diving for balls. She's jumping over people. She's diving for flats.
Balling.
Power to you, young lady.
Shouts out.
Pick. Shout out to Pick at 35 and up.
Oh, word, Pick. He's a weekly mention on the pod now. You know what I'm saying?
Gotta find a way to get him on here. Gotta find a way to get him on here.
Work pick. Lindsay. Word.
Linz from Mayhem.
I already know what it is.
Yep. And then DB from 𝙃𝙃𝙄𝙎. Shout out to you.
They've been balling, dude. 𝙃𝙃𝙎's first season back in what has it been, like 2 seasons?
I think so, 2 or 3.
2 or 3 seasons.
Yeah.
They picked up right where they left off, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep. But yeah, shout out to those players of the week. And then we will be going into this week's schedule, which I believe you have saved somewhere. I don't know your computer like that, sir.
Okay, it's 1 second. We're kind of blue, and it's because of my lights, so I'm turning them off. Aha, there we go. You see how we're not blue now?
All right.
Bam.
So, schedule for this week, not as many games as we've been accustomed to for the last 2 weeks in July. But nonetheless, we got enough games.
All right. It's time to get my get back.
We're down 5 games, sir.
Time to get my get back.
Good luck. Good luck. Good luck. Good luck. Good luck. So, obviously, we're going to start with the ladies. So, we have 𝙃𝙃𝙎𝙃 B3. They play twice. So, they play once at 9 o'clock, and then they play again at 11.
There we go.
So, 𝙃𝙃𝙎𝙃 B3. You have 𝙃𝙃𝙎𝙃 Women Ball 2, 𝙃𝙃𝙎𝙃. So, 𝙃𝙃𝙎𝙃 is here this week for women's.
So, the second 𝙃𝙃𝙎𝙃 B3 game at 11 is going to be our game of the... Or 5 for 5, right?
5 for 5.
All right, so we won't talk about the 11 o'clock one, but I'm just going to go ahead and say that I'm picking 𝙃𝙃𝙎𝙃.
And 𝙃𝙃𝙎𝙃.
You as well? Okay.
𝙃𝙃𝙎𝙃, yep.
We'll just go ahead and make that easy.
𝙃𝙃𝙎𝙃 versus Women Ball, 𝙃𝙃𝙎𝙃. 𝙃𝙃𝙎𝙃 versus Riptide, 𝙃𝙃𝙃.
Yep, and then we have Women Ball 2 versus Riptide. I'm going to go
Give me the women
ball,
that ball 2. 𝙃𝙃𝙎𝙃 and Nas. I'm riding with Nas.
You got to, as to be expected. I'm going
riding
with 𝙃𝙃𝙎𝙃.
Nas. So, from what I heard, the last time they played them, they played fairly decent, and then they got away from them at the end.
I was about to say, were they up at one point, right?
I don't know. I wasn't there for the game, so I don't know.
I could be misspeaking here, but I want to say they were up, and then they blew, or was that against That was against
Florida Bish.
Yeah. Florida Bish.
Yeah, so. And then Nas versus Riptide. I'm going to take Nas, obviously.
Yeah, I'm going to go Nas there as well.
And then Riptide B3, give it to B3.
Yeah, I'm going to go B3 there as well. Riptide, last time they were on the schedule, they didn't show up, so.
That could cause some L's on the
your
scoreboard.
We'll go ahead and move to 5 co-ed now.
5 co-ed, game day powered.
Ooh, this is a good game. Game day
Really?
powered versus TTG.
Really?
I think these are 2 very evenly matched teams. I think game day is going to win, but I do think this is going to be one of those games that is going to be either one of these teams can win, because TTG's had some tough games, it being their first co-ed
So
season.
give me TTG then.
We splitting here?
Give me TTG.
So, but if I'm not mistaken, TTG, they have played as a co-ed team before.
They played last season.
Yeah, they did play last season. Okay.
But I know they have some new players this season.
That's what I was thinking.
I think they were struggling to find girls for this season, but I think they found them. So, yeah, give me TTG in that matchup.
Yeah, definitely going to be a good game. I see that being a 1-possession game. And then we have game day versus run it again.
Give me run it.
I was about to say that as well. Give me run it again.
Game day versus TBD. Too much TBD.
Yep.
Vintage versus TTG. Give me vintage.
Yeah, give me vintage as well.
Okay. Vintage versus game day powered. Give me vintage. Yeah, give me vintage. Back-to-back dubs.
Give me game day.
Okay. TBD versus Florida versus everybody. That's our 5 for 5. 501st versus FTA. Give me FTA.
Yeah, give me FTA there as well.
TBD versus Silent Killers.
TBD.
Give me TBD, but I think this is a better game than what
Agreed.
it may actually be.
Agreed.
So,
5 stars run it again.
Give me 5 stars.
Good game, but I agree with that. 5 star. TBD, FTA. We're going TBD, I assume there. Or are you going to go FTA?
Give me TBD in a close game.
Close game?
Yeah. Give me TBD.
And then we have Silent Killers versus 5 star. This is going to be a good game.
Give me 5 stars in that game. That's a good matchup.
That's what I'm saying. This one I don't want to jump the gun on. This one is, you know me, I like my co-ed, so.
I'm trying to think, what girls do 5 stars have?
Angie. That's all I can think of.
Well, I know I think Zayon's sister plays with 5 stars.
Right.
Damn, give me Silent Killers, because it's a girls' game in co-ed.
Man, you're switching up.
I got to, because I had to think about what girls 5 stars has. I don't know what girls they have. I was about to say,
I was going Silent Killers, so we're agreeing there. Yeah.
Yeah, give me Silent Killers in 5-star matchup.
I think they'll be ready to play.
5-0
That's going to be a
first.
great game.
5-0 first versus TTG. Give me 5-0 first. I like the way they played us last week.
I do too.
So give me 5-0 really first. Yeah.
I agree.
Silent Killers in Florida versus everybody.
This is a good game here.
Give me Silent Killers.
Yeah, give me Silent Killers as well. TBD 5-star.
Give me TBD.
Agreed.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so all right, Game Day Powered. I'm betting on you and co-ed.
So we are at 4-man now?
Yep, we are at 4-man. The first game on the list is Mafia Blazers. That's part of our 5 for 5, so we will hold off. So we have Show Me versus 𝙒𝙃𝙀𝙄𝙎.
Give me Show Me.
Agreed.
Mafia and Chaos. Give me Mafioso.
Agreed.
Show Me versus 𝙃𝙃𝙀𝙍𝙏. Give me Show Me.
Agreed.
Blazers ATA. Give me Blazers.
Agreed.
Obviously, Skirt gone. I'm taking us.
Man, this is a good game here. You know what, Reagan?
Do what I dare you. I promise you.
You always play better in spite of me.
Hey, man. You're not going to be in town, so.
I won't even be here.
But I guarantee I make a phone call to you. And you're going to know what it's about. When you get that phone call, do we play right after? Oh, yeah, we play 𝙒𝙃𝙀𝙀𝙀 right after. So, yeah, you'll be receiving a phone call promptly at like 11:45.
Yeah, give me Mafia.
Yeah, okay. It's crazy, right? Anything to get your picks back because you're down by 5.
I got to, bro. I got to.
Outlaws versus Nightmares. Give me Nightmares. Us against 𝙒𝙃𝙀𝙀𝙀. Give me us. Outlaws, 𝙃𝙃𝙀𝙀𝙀. Give me Outlaws.
Yup.
I like 𝙃𝙃𝙀𝙀𝙀 to score. I'm going to say I like 𝙃𝙃𝙀𝙀𝙀 to score a 20-piece, though.
A 20-piece.
I like them to put up some scores on Outlaws, though. ATA versus Chaos. Give me ATA. ATA. I like that. Mafia versus Make It Happen. Make It Happen. It has not been making it happen. So give me Mafia.
Mafia, Don't Blink. Give me Mafia.
Yep.
Nightmares, Make It Happen. Nightmares.
Yep.
Make It Happen. Don't Blink. Give me Don't Blink.
Wow. That's crazy. And it's even crazier. I really was about to pick Don't Blink. I really was. I really was, but I can't do it. I think Make It Happen gets. I think they get they beep right. So give me Make It Happen. I think they make it happen against Don't Blink.
Oh man!
Do not let me be wrong on this pick.
Man,
do not let me be wrong on this pick, man.
I've said it before that Don't Blink has not shown me anything, but I can't sit here and look at what Make It Happen's been doing, and they beat on, bro. I don't know, man.
Give me Make It Happen in that matchup. Nuketown versus ATA. Give me Nuketown. They showed up last week and played, so
agreed.
I can have some type of faith.
Make It Happen, Nuketown.
Give me Nuketown, and then ATA versus 𝙒𝙃𝙀𝙀𝙀. Give me 𝙒𝙃𝙀𝙀𝙀.
That's gonna be a fun game.
Give me 𝙒𝙃𝙀𝙀𝙀.
Because you got to think of who's on the. That's a fun game.
Give me 𝙒𝙃𝙀𝙀𝙀.
Man, that's a fun game.
It's a friendly matchup.
It is a friendly matchup. That's what I'm saying. You know what?
Ain't no friends in between these lines.
But, just for the sake.
I just posted on Facebook. Ain't no friends in between these lines, people. It's either you an opponent or a teammate. Ain't no friends in between these lines. So
just to make it fun,
get your win and go for drinks afterward. Get your win and go for drinks afterward.
Heard that. Yeah, so we're gonna split there because We got love on both sides of the field there. That's a fun game. We got brothers playing against each other. We got that's gonna be fun.
Do I play that? Oh no, I don't play that. I don't play that time frame. Hopefully it doesn't get rained out, and I can see that because that's definitely gonna be fun. So we got 35 Outlaws and Chaos. Give me Outlaws. Give me Outlaws in that matchup. I think. Yeah.
The next one's the 5-for-5 Outlaws Rubicon, so we will pass. Then we got Rubicon's Chaos. Give me Rubicon.
Fighting Rubicanos.
Chaos Dynasty.
Agreed.
Dynasty Rubicons. You're going with Dynasty. I'm going Rubicons.
Yep. And then we're in 5-man. Shada game 501st. Shada for Florida. Sipping for Florida.
Yeah. Next one's 5-for-5 for Florida versus Shada, so we'll skip that one. We got Sipping 𝙒𝙃𝙀𝙀. Give me 𝙒𝙃.
Give me 𝙒𝙃.
Shada, show me. Give me Shada.
Yeah.
You won't.
I will. Show me. I will. I'll take that.
I've got 5 games to give. Shut up.
Show me versus Orlando. Show me.
That's going to be a good game, man. This is 5. Ooh, that's going to be a good game.
Give me show me in that matchup.
You know, I'm so conflicted here, right? Because when I've been picking Show Me, they've been losing, and they have expressed their dislike for me picking them because they lose.
That's why I didn't really want to pick them at 10-20, and I want to pick Shot again. I really do, but
every time I'm going 𝙒𝙃.
Go and show me. Give me show me. Back-to-back dubs. 10-20 and 11 o'clock for 5-man. For Florida
we'll see if
versus
it's true. Y'all let me down on my picks, and y'all let yourselves down in the superstition of me picking y'all and y'all lose. So let's see if we can have a win-win here.
For Florida and Nuketown. For Florida.
Yep, agreed.
Shada and Surge.
Shada. Skirt, Nuke. Give me Skirt.
Give me Skirt. Dreads and Game Over.
Dread.
Game Over.
Double up.
Give me
double.
Give me double up in that matchup.
Dread Shada.
Ooh, that's a. You know what's crazy?
Is this a game? This is a game of the week in the league, right?
I think so.
I think it is, and it's definitely deserving. It's a good game here.
Give me shot again. Yeah, give me shot again. Shot again in that matchup. Barring it gets played. Because, you know,
give me Dread Gods.
After 12 o'clock, we really don't know what's going to happen.
Man, that's a tough one to pick right there.
Skirt gone, 501st. Give me Skirt.
I'm just kidding. Give me Skirt.
I would have ended the damn podcast. You would have. No disrespect to 501st, but Lord have mercy. And then Don't Blink and Double Up. Give me Double Up.
Yeah, give me double.
That man said, give me 5-0.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
Oh.
So now we're on to the 5s, the 5 picks.
Oh, that's okay.
I'm fairly short schedule.
Yeah, in comparison.
Yeah.
So we got Champa in B3, the 11 o'clock version.
So I watched a little bit of B3 last week. They're never not a good team. I think they're kind of having an off season this season. Champa Bay is gonna be Champa Bay. Like they're playing. Have they lost? I think they lost to Mayhem.
They did lose to Mayhem in the triple.
The triple overtime.
But that's how their games go.
Yeah. So
every time, that's got to be.
Champa beat B3. I have Champa beating B3 earlier in the day, and I also have them beating them in the game.
And I agree here. So what do you think the score is going to be then?
I think the first game is more of a blowout because it's earlier in the morning.
And then B3 gets it right.
And then I think B3 gets it right. They keep it within a score, so I'm gonna say 13-7. Or no, actually no. Give me 20-7. But I think it's one of those deals where it's like 13-7 for the longest time, and then like an interception happens or a late touchdown puts it out of reach.
I got 18-13.
Okay. Yeah, I like that. I like that score. So we are what, 5-0 at 5.
So now we got TBD in Florida versus everybody.
So
I'm going TBD.
I'm gonna go. I really think if everybody shows up for Florida versus everybody that they like have, I think this could be a.
𝙒𝙃 is gonna go and make sure everybody's pulling up. Like you already know he's gonna be. as ready as he.
And it's at 11:40, so that gives people time to actually get to.
It's going to be a good game.
Oh man,
what you got?
Still give me TBD.
I got a score of 27 to. Let's go 27. Let's go 27-24.
Give me a score of, I think, 2 girl scores 18, a guy scores 24. So give me 30 to 20.
I like it. Moving on to 4-man here. We got Mafia in Blazers. All right. This one is going to be like a prove-it game for Mafia because they had a good game. They had a good week last week.
Right.
So, Blazers, this will be what time is this game at?
Early. That's the first game of the day.
It's going to show if they'll be ready to play. I got Blazers.
Out the gate?
Oh, yeah, I think I do. I think, man, Mafia could show up more ready because they're on the road. Like, they have to pull up. But, yeah, man, I got
take Blazers?
I got Blazers.
And this is 4-man. I don't think I've seen Mafia play 4-man. So I don't actually know who is.
This is.
I don't know how they play in 4-man. Like I've seen Blazers play, obviously, and I think the last time I seen Blazers play, I don't think Condor was there at quarterback. I think they might have had Leem or somebody else at quarterback, or maybe Kurt. I think Kurt might have been at quarterback. Give me Mafia. Early in the morning, give me Mafia. With I guess you can say a bit of an upset. I'm going to say the score is 27-21.
A high-scoring game. I got 13-12.
Okay.
I think this is going to be a game where
I think it's a lot of it's a lot of early scoring in this game. Truthfully.
Mistakes could lead to more scores or less scores. It just depends on what the mistakes are. It's going to either be drops or it could be blown coverages.
I think I think that early in the day.
I think our scores being that
opposite,
they're both totally feasible, totally
it's either
possible.
you get it started quick or you get started late.
Yep.
So.
I like these picks here.
I like Mafia, though.
Mafia, this is a prove-it game. I mean, hey, Reagan, you was talking that talk to me.
It's a good way to start
IG.
your day.
Rightfully so.
Because they play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 4-man games. And then they have, do they play any 5-man? Or no, is that all they have is 4-man? So all they have is 4-man that day.
Man, 𝙒𝙃𝙄𝙎 is the last game of the day. Dang, that's going to be a fun game, dog.
So, yeah, so Mafia is only coming for 4-man. So that's all they're playing. So this is it. That could start their day. That could really jumpstart their day.
Yeah, if Mafia goes out and beats Blazers,
that could jumpstart their day big time.
So now we're moving on to 35 and up. We have Outlaws and Rubicons. I got Rubicons here. I'm going to go again. This is turning out to be one of my favorite scores. I just think it's going to be a 13-12 game.
What, Rubicons?
Yes, with Rubicons winning.
Give me Outlaws. Give me Outlaws in that matchup. Give me 14-12. 14-12.
Yeah, 13-12 is just it's one of my favorite scores.
Yeah, give me Outlaws 14-12.
All right, moving on to 5-man now. We got 4 Florida. First shot of gang.
Boy, that is a game.
Boom.
I didn't know which one, honestly, to make the 5-for-5 pick for either Drake got shot a gang or shot a gang and for Florida.
I'm going for Florida because, man, that means I'm picking against shot a gang twice. I don't feel good about that. But I have not picked for Florida as much as I should have, and they have made me eat my words every time.
I think they're undefeated at this point in the season.
I do believe so. I'll have to go back and look at the standings. But I will be going with for Florida with a score of 24-25.
24-25?
Yeah.
Okay. We're gonna go for Florida versus 𝙃𝙃𝙀𝙎 gang. Give me. I never picked 𝙃𝙃𝙀𝙎 gang. I never picked them, but to this point in the season, I have not picked for Florida, and they have the weeks they've come. They've really.
Like I said, you can't win. It doesn't matter who you pick. It seems disrespectful. It just doesn't matter because both of these teams deserve your pick. So this is a tough one. It's just tough. And then, like I said, I'm making my.
I'm gonna take for Florida.
You're gonna take them as well, man.
I say that's a.
Hey man, 𝙃𝙃𝙀𝙎 gang. We're all ears. We already know you're gonna let us hear it.
I say it's a 20-18 game. And 2018 comes down to conversions.
That's the same with the 25-24. Calling 4 tuds and 1 extra point to win the game.
Okay.
You feel what I'm saying?
Okay.
I'm calling 4. I'm talking there's going to be a slugfest, but no one's going to get their extra points. That's kind of how I'm feeling because both of these teams, like I said, and
this is the tiebreaker game for scores.
This game here is, man.
That's a good game.
It's a good game. I love it. That's everything, right?
Yeah.
Man. Bam. Tag it and bag it. Any finishing notes? Anything you want to add?
Mafia has a big week before them. Like, a lot can go right and a lot can go wrong.
They can fall on their face after a good week last week. Because Chaos is the sniper team. Because they play Chaos right after. So say if they get in their heads over Blazers, Chaos can turn around and beat them.
Right. And I have them losing to us. So they could possibly start the day 0-3. Possibly. And then catch a break and then go play.
Make it happen.
And then don't bleed. So the real tough part of their, I guess, day is early in the day.
And it's really going to dictate how difficult the rest of their day will be.
Yeah, definitely.
What game are you most excited about? Because there's like 3 or 4 in my head.
Well, I won't be able to watch or actually will I? So I will. I'll be able to watch the Florida 𝙃𝙃𝙀𝙎 game because I don't have a game. And then I'll also be able to watch the 𝙃𝙃𝙎𝙎 game. I won't because I'm playing. I think about that. So, yeah. So, for Florida 𝙃𝙃𝙎𝙃 game.
I won't be there this week. I'll be in Ohio. I have a youth tournament that Hallie and I are going to film. So, we will be back next week, right?
I think, honestly, a co-ed game that, like we talked about, TBD and Silent Killers. Because
that's going to be a fun one, man.
The girls for Silent Killers, I think that group of girls is, outside of, like, Homer-wise, like, obviously
they play with TBD.
Pick our girls, like always. But I think those sets of girls for both those teams are like probably 2 of the top sets of girls per co-ed outside of the girls with Mayhem because they play with each other. But like the girls on Silent Killers, like you have the ability.
There's a lot of championships.
Yeah, like you have the ability to like really. Like, put a game away with those girls. And it's a girls' game in co-ed. But then with TBD, like, you have the girls. You have a veteran girls with TBD. And then the guys on TBD, obviously, they're gonna put the girls in
that's exactly that. That's spoken. Speaking to the ladies in co-ed.
They're going to put them in a great position to succeed.
Is that, and that's why we speak to the ladies.
Like, in that matchup, the TBD Silent Killers matchup, I think I would take the guys from TBD over the guys from Silent Killers, but I would take the girls from Silent Killers over the girls from TBD. Like, just athletic-wise. Personally speaking.
That's actually, that's a hot take, but I don't think it's a bad take. I think it's really going to show. I think it's a big game for Silent Killers because they won B. You know what I mean? They're really trying to push that threshold, you know what I mean? And this is like what we were talking about, you know what I'm saying? When we do play the FBMs and, the Mayhems, like these are pivotal games for us and like our quality of team right now that's really trying to have that consistent run and compete with these teams and not just fold when we play against these teams. So this is a good game for Silent Killers to really you know, if they believe in what you just said, which I'm sure they do, they got confidence in themselves, they believe they're better. You know what I'm saying? And same for TBD. They know they've been dominant in co-ed since TBD's been on the schedule. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, they always got a chip on their shoulder just to defend what they got going on, always. You know what I'm saying? Everyone wants to beat TBD. Everyone wants to beat Mayhem. Like, you know what I'm saying? They got a target on their back. So,
and I think in women's, like the double dip of B3 and Tampa Bay, that could really, if B3 finds a way,
that could change that game.
That could change. That really
when that code game is at 12:20. So yeah, I mean, you're right. That we'll see. There's always variables. That's what makes it difficult. That's really what makes it difficult. But then again, that's where the guys are going to put the girl. The guys will understand where the girls are as far as after their tough games and all that.
Right.
And they'll put them in position to succeed, and the girls will capitalize on, I believe, on both sides of the ball. So it's just really, then it goes down to the guys of who's going to put their team in a better position to succeed. Because as far as if we're talking about the girls, we could talk all day about, you know, the smallest little differences between how good the girls are on each team. So it's just a matter of, you know, are the guys going to, you know, it's funny how we say it's a girls' game, but in a game like this where, I mean, the girls are really close, like as far as their skills and their capabilities. So really, if the guys are off and they don't put their team in position to succeed, then that's the only way I see this not being a tooth and nail, a scratcher.
TBD versus Florida versus everybody. Silent Killers versus Florida versus everybody.
Man,
and then TBD versus Silent Killers. And then TBD versus FTA. That's like a lot of movement in co-ed that could happen.
That and all of these games are going to be mentally on 10.
And then you have 5 stars. 5 stars is like, you can't leave them out because they play TBD and they play Silent Killers. So a lot of movement standings wise could happen in co-ed this week with wins and losses. Like a lot of separation.
I wish we would have gotten to play 5 stars. I always wish we would have got. I mean, we always have to exchange because we knock our schedule out fast. That way I can travel and do what I need to do, because we almost got caught in a situation last season where we may not have been able to finish our games with my recording schedule. So we're always just going to bust out our games early. But just speaking to some of the teams looking that I wish we could have played 5 stars, of course, TBD. Silent Killers was still the most fun game we've had all season. That game was double overtime, right?
Yep.
That was such a good game.
Double OT. But yeah, I think those
so next season, hopefully those align. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we get to play them, because like I said, it always seems like we can't get all of the quality on our schedule. But just because they're not there the weeks that we play.
It happens.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like what we was talking about last week with at least the men's scheduling.
Yeah.
Certain times you show up to want to play certain teams.
And they just, if they're not there, they're not there.
That week, they're just not going to be there. So it kind of like, not necessarily like waters down your schedule, but it's kind of like.
It is what it is. And there's really nothing you can.
Can't really do anything about it too much.
Yeah.
But just honestly looking at this schedule, projecting it forward possibly for next week, it could possibly be like some major matchups next week too, like for 5-man, because we haven't seen the family in about 2 weeks. We haven't seen Wet and Dirty in about 2-3 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks now. Yeah.
I know FWB. I know they're at 4-4 right now, if I remember the standings. So they only have 2 games left. Those 2 games
are huge for them.
I'm trying to think of another top team. We haven't seen Blazers in 5-man. We've seen them 4-man kind of close out their schedule. And then obviously for Florida, like they're putting 2 games or 3 games on the board this week. So
they'll have like 2 more left, maybe
2 or 3, and then Dread guys, they'll have 2 or 3 left if I'm not mistaken.
They've played 3 each week, I think.
So these last 3-4 weeks before the playoffs hit,
it's gonna be crazy, man.
It's gonna be a lot of movement.
It's gonna be crazy.
The possible brackets.
Are y'all closing out this week?
Skirt gone. I think we have.
You'll have 2 more, right?
We'll have 4 more.
You're 6-2, right? Or
4-2.
You're 4-2.
So what? Yeah. So two more.
You'll have 2 more. Okay.
Yeah, 2 more.
Math is hard. Hey man.
So yeah. So as Tone posted, playoffs. 4-man and 35 and up will be the second week of. Let's
see if I can get lucky here on the scroll.
Second week of the. I'm pretty sure it's maybe down, but who knows?
Yeah. We'll see if I
will
get
be
lucky.
The second week of August. Then that following week will solely be co-ed, and then the following week will be 5 women's and 5 men's. So.
Yeah, it's probably down some.
I know we kind of had some discrepancies about, or not we did, but, you know, it was a lot of uproar about when the playoffs were supposed to happen. But obviously because of the weather, there's nothing really too much that can be done. So
you got to do something.
So obviously, so we'll look at the standings. So
man,
if you say top 20 makes it to A per se, right? Outside of the top 20, right? Who are some teams you think could sneak into
outside of the top 20?
Yeah.
Man,
that's outside of it, right?
It's crazy looking at some of these records because we're just picking these games as they go, game by game, and now
when you look at the records, like in comparison, like
because like High Stakes is 5-5, they're done. Anarchy's 5-5, they're done. You know what I mean?
And they're on the cusp.
And they're at the mercy of what these other teams do, and there still might be some teams that haven't even played yet, and they're about to go back-to-back 5 games and just finish out their season in 2 weeks.
Yeah. I think 𝙃𝙃𝙄𝙎, we've seen 𝙃𝙃𝙄𝙎 1 week.
Yeah.
I think that's a team that could...
They're going to do 5 games.
They kind of creep up into it.
𝙃𝙃𝙄 has 5 games left. Karma has 6 games left.
𝙃𝘼𝙍 and Zalando and Nuketown are 3 teams I mentioned? 3 teams that could possibly, if they get on a run, and they play the right amount of teams, that could sneak up.
I'm always going for ATA. Those are my guys, you know. Right. So and you know they've caught some heat for not having heavy schedules and stuff like that. But you play who's in front of you, right? And so, but it would be nice to just see my guys consistently appear in A and just keep going at it. You know what I mean? Right. Love to see it. Man, I mean, Zalando and 𝙃𝘼𝙍, if they just want to have a day, if they decide to play, like Zalando played the family so well.
And they play shot again this week.
Yeah, man. I mean, they don't play easy. They don't play an easy schedule, but ZA has looked better than 2 and 4 to me when I've seen them play.
Those scores might have been 1 or 2 point losses.
Yeah. Yeah, no lie.
Losses.
I've been shouting out. What are you doing in here, kitty?
Guest picker.
Yep, guest picker. Come here, love. But shoot, made me lose my train of thought. She's not allowed in here. But freaking yeah, I've been usually throwing heat on ZA. But when I've been watching them play, they've impressed me. So, that's always a team I would like to see succeed. I think 𝙃𝙃𝙄𝙎 will come out and, have a good couple of games. I wouldn't be surprised to see them in the top 20.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, this is a surprising season, man. Because Chaos at 5-3, right? Some people might be like Chaos. I think they are. Yeah, so it's like if you want to check that, but you look at
Chaos plays
in 5-man.
Maybe they're not. No, they're not.
They're playing 4-man, right?
They're playing 4-man
and 35 and up.
Yep.
So
they don't have games. So,
but they've had quality wins. They've caught teams off guard.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
same thing with B3.
Man, what B3 and 4-man B3's been struggling, right? That's what it is.
Yeah. Like we were saying with women's, if you look at the women's division, like it looks like it's gonna be
Make Your Move is done at 8-2.
The top 4 teams are probably gonna have a bye possibly. So right now, as the season stands, you would end up having Queen FBM playing Riptide, Nas playing Queens of Havoc, Women Ball 2 playing Rugrats, and then B3 playing Lady High 5. So it's a lot of, like I said, with B3, it's a lot of moving and shaking for them. Like, if they find a way to come out of this week 2 wins, 3 wins. They're 4-4 and they're right in the thick of it. But then you have like those top 5 teams of Queen FBM, Tampa Bay, Make Your Moves Done, Mayhem's only at 1 loss, and then Florida Bitch is undefeated. So,
yeah. Then in co-ed, we're right smack dab where we were last season, pretty much.
So you have, it's gonna be a lot of. Yeah, if he takes what we got 18, you take 8 for the top for the playoffs. So you have that little group of 5 stars, Hips and Dips, Vintage, Florida versus Everybody, Rugrats, Silent Killers. Oh, Royals is done.
Yeah, they're done. They're 6-4.
Wow.
So they could bump down.
That is a high possibility.
If Hips and Dips and 5 stars and
Vintage possibly. If
Florida versus everybody's 3 and everybody with three losses can. TTG can go 7-3. It's not gonna happen, but
you never know.
Just
power, same thing. No, never know.
Some things you know.
The sky is blue. The sky is blue. 4-man. Let's
look. Blood Riders hand picking that last win in 35 and up.
I'm pretty sure I would love to see a Blood Riders Rubicon's last game of the season.
That'd be sick.
To go into the playoffs. ABN's done for the season at 1-9, but again,
after a championship appearance, they must not care until the playoffs.
All of 35 and up, they, at that, like we said, it's just standings. So if you look at if you say Blood Riders gets to buy ABN versus ATA to have the right to play Blood Riders, right? Possibly ABN wins that game against ATA. They play Blood Riders. You don't know. Anything can happen. Anything. So.
Oh, my gosh. Look at, the record difference in 35 and up is just.
It's a group. It's like you have.
It'd be like that. Blood Riders came in, though, and really shook it up.
But I think everybody knew that was going to happen. Except for.
I don't think everybody knew, bro.
Everybody except for Brandon. We love you, Brandon, but
that was funny, man. That was a great mic'd up. I enjoyed it. That was a lot of fun.
A, B, C, D, alphabet
player, man.
Come see me.
Very quotable moments. But yeah, man. Other than that, I think that's a pod.
It's a great pod, sir.
Yeah, man. There's good stuff there.
Do better next week.
Oh yeah. I'm working on a little project for something that'll be coming out in September because YouTube they screwed me on my my AdSense for my advertising, so I won't be dropping as many videos on YouTube this month as far as full games and stuff like that, but I'll be preparing to drop a full game every day for 30 days starting in September. So make sure y'all sub and be on the lookout for that. I will be dropping shorts and other content like short form, but I won't be doing the extensive long form content yet until I get my AdSense taken care of for YouTube. So I appreciate you guys.
Gotta make that money.
Gotta make that money. Be like that.
It does. You know it's also like that? These 5 picks I'm ahead of you.
Yeah, right. Y'all have a good one.
Have a good day.
See ya.